Let's talk about investment a bit, Prasun. I think let's step back before we discuss products. Let's just step back. I find, and I don't know if that's the feedback that you get from especially young people today. They want to invest. I think the basic understanding that I can't just keep my money lying in a bank. I think we are going past that stage where people are now saying, look, I know that, and I think the falling interest rates kind of contributed to this thinking. I find people, even elderly people who are saying, why should I get 6%, 6.25% on my FD anymore? Where can I invest? But I think let's step back. Why is it so important to invest, according to you?
Very simply put, I think we have always been a country of savers. Let's put it that way. I mean, India has never had a situation where individuals have not saved. Individuals have saved. But I think there's a big distinction to be made between saving and investment. Saving is just kind of not spending a part of the money which you earn and just leaving it without any thought process as to what to do with that money. So therefore, it keeps lying either in the saving bank account or at best in a fixed deposit. Investing is adding some science to it. Basically saying, what are my objectives? What do I want to do with this money eventually? What do I want to do with this money in 2 years' time, 5 years' time, 20 years' time? And if that is what I want to do with this money, how do I use this money so that those goals can be achieved? That is what investing is. So effectively, investing is important. Number one, because you want to achieve certain goals. You have certain aspirations, and those aspirations can only be met if you save wisely and use those savings to put it in market instruments which can give you returns so that those aspirations can be met. Number two, I think it's a part of the discipline. Effectively, investing is basically saying, is thinking long term. Investing is not about maximizing your gains in 1 year or 6 months' time. Investing is allowing the money to multiply over a longer period of time. I think these are the two things why I believe investing is very, very important, and therefore some ground rules for investing in my view. One, start as early as possible, because the best thing for your money is long-term compounding. You can have good years, you make 20% return, 30% return in a year. You will also have years when you will make minus 20% return. But what matters is, what is the compounding you do over a long period of time? That is one. And the second rule of investing is, make sure you decide what is your risk appetite and what is your aspiration in terms of where you want to be in terms of your corpus. And based on that, the biggest decision you ever take is not choosing stock A over stock B, is to choose the right asset class. I mean, enough literature, enough science, enough research has proved that most of your returns emanate from asset allocation and not for security selection. So I think these are the two very important decisions, and these are the decisions which every individual should spend time on, take, and as Deepak said, along with this comes the aspect of risk management. Very clearly we talk about risk management in every facet of life, but people are looking at risk management, they are looking at, oh, maybe my market will fall by another 10%, I should get out of the market. But people are not looking at insurance part there. Clearly, because that's a far bigger risk you are running, and though the probability may be low at any point of time, the impact of that is far higher. And I think people tend to forget that when they're trying to plan their portfolio. So investing, long-term asset allocation with a protection base driven by insurance. I think that is the product.
If you actually insure yourself correctly, I think your appetite to take risks increase and you can actually go slightly more aggressive. And if you stay invested in the longer term, then the chances of your returns are higher. It's without insurance, if you go whole hog into investment, is when the risk is substantially higher, and I don't think any reasonable person would advise you to do that.